Welcome to this episode of Meet GITA. And this time is another very special episode because Alex plays a special role for GITA. She's not an official member, but she really helped to set the tone in the launch of the Germany chapter. And we will go into that later maybe. And with that, I want to immediately go into Alex, who are you and what are you working on? So share with our listeners what the state of your life is.
Thanks, Thomas. I'm Alex, and I run something called Be More Pirate, which started life as a book by a guy called Sam Conniff. And I've worked with Sam for the last couple of years, and we've been slowly turning Be More Pirate into both a global movement of people who really want to shake things up in all kinds of different ways. And also a sort of I wouldn't say anti-consultancy, because we don't do consultancy in the same way. It's been a very organic process, very like emergent in terms of how we apply the principles in the book to Be More Pirate. And I'll give you a really, really quick background of what it's all about. The book and the concept of Be More Pirate is to take some of the strategies and lessons learned from the Golden Age pirates, which sounds really unlikely, but actually pirates were these incredible pioneers of democracy and fair pay and different kinds of organizational models and culture that we've largely lost in a lot of organizations today. We've become very slow moving, very bureaucratic. So it's about bringing back that agility, but also a sense of fairness and protecting the collective as well as the individual. So I've seen in the last 2 years hundreds of organizations, individuals take those ideas and apply them into their business using things like a pirate code as a blueprint to change the culture. I have this incredible network of people who teach me and Sam how to be pirate and shake things up and disrupt.
So you're a pirate. You're a real pirate.
Well, the thing is, I think that I am more like the quartermaster. Yes, I suppose. So
you're responsible for the culture.
Yeah. So pirate is a thing you have to continually practice. It's not just like, oh, I'm a pirate, that's it, I'm done. Yeah. Like you have to keep questioning yourselves and the things around you.
Okay. So you're playing an infinite game as a pirate compared to a finite game.
Yeah.
You're playing for keeping the game going instead of for winning the game.
I think you win small battles along the way.
Yeah, okay.
Soon I notice it. I start to work with an organization, and it's so easy to be pulled into their way of doing things, and I have to protect my sense of pirate, my ability to provoke and push them. Okay. So we're working on, we're launching a new book next week, which is the follow-up to Be More Pirate, which takes all the case studies that we've seen over the last couple of years and sort of puts a little bit of a framework around how this can be really applied in reality in the 21st century.
Okay, so for the past couple of years, you've aggregated these pirates all around the globe, and you've gone deep into understanding and learning about pirate code and seeing all of the positive sides of being pirates. Now, as you're putting out a new book and you're evolving what you're doing, how can people best engage with you? So what is something you're looking for? How can people support you? How can people join the learning? What do you need?
Yeah, so there's two things really. The first thing is the community side. So it's I'm always open to hearing about people who feel that, in some sense they are quite pirate. They're doing something deliberately to challenge the existing status quo in their sector or industry. So I'm always keen to hear like stories of businesses doing things differently. Like it builds my knowledge, and then also they can tap it. For example, I'd love people to be able to come in and connect with other people in our network maybe talk a little bit about the lessons that they've learned from what they're doing. So that, yeah, so we run a few sort of networking events, and it's always really great to have new people coming in to sort of talk about it. And also, if there's people or expertise that people are looking for, we have quite a wide network. But also, you can work with us more directly and officially. Let's say we run workshops and so do sort of very bespoke kind of consultancy where we take, we don't have like a set way of doing it per se. But usually that's around culture change and encouraging organizations to be more ambitious and sort of radical with what they're doing.
Okay, so what I heard was if somebody has a suspicion that they might be a pirate, but they don't know, they can come to you for an assessment. And then also get some help in helping the people around them to be more pirate.
Yeah, well, I think it's incredibly valuable to just connect with other people who share the same sort of vision and values for what you're doing. I think it really it tends to strengthen your own, and that's what I've heard consistently, is that I'd like to know that there are more people doing these sorts of things, regardless. Sometimes it's just, in terms of mindset and outlook rather than a particular sector.
Well, you say just, but that's the hardest thing.
That's the whole thing. Yes, of course. But we're still primed to think about, this is my industry, and etc.
Yeah, but there's a line. I take it from Parliament Funkadelic, this funk band from the 70s, but I'm sure there are different versions. They have a more non-PC version of that sentence, which is free your mind and your ass will follow. So I think that's what you mean by mindset shift, right? Yeah. So we're talking here in the scope of GITA, and you were part of the GITA Germany launch, and helped us understand more about how pirates think and are, and in that sense also helped GITA Germany. I'd like to hear from you. What's your outside perspective on GITA? Why did you decide to help us?
Well, I could tell from your passion and your kind of outlook that you are definitely pirate, Thomas. So, but no, I think it's really heartening to see, to discover a kind of collective of people who are really being quite ambitious and slightly radical, and reimagining how investment can look, really challenging the kind of old models on that. So I immediately want to support, and I think also for me it was fascinating to be in some of the conversation with the audience at the Germany launch, because they really challenged me on a few pirate points, but I like to hear the people who are closest to doing the work, like what exactly is it here that is going to really help you. So I don't know, I guess I really like going into like the detail of different industries, so it's really nice to be brought in. But I think the vision that you have is something that could be incredibly impactful over the next 10 years or so.
Cool. Thank you so much. That really brings home how we feel about it. So it's very, very nice to hear about that, hear that from the outside. Thank you. So thank you for your time today. And if anybody wants to reach out to you, they can just reach you over LinkedIn, I guess.
Yeah, LinkedIn, or you can email me, alex@bemorepirate.com. It's pretty the simplest email address in the world.
Nice. Cool.
Thank you, Thomas.
Thank you.